If weight loss feels like you're holding your breath all day, I need you to hear this. That's not discipline, that's suffocation. Because nobody can think about food every 12 seconds and not eventually snap at 9 p.m. like a raccoon that found the snack drawer. So today, I'm giving you a new way to think about weight loss that'll make it way easier to live with, especially if you're using a medication like Ozempic, Wegovy, Zepbound, or Mounjaro. Oh, and a quick favor, hit that subscribe button if you want science that helps you to live your life while you lose weight. So here's the big idea. Weight loss is a lot like breathing. Most of the time, you're not thinking about your breath. It's automatic, it's in the background, your body just handles it. But sometimes, you do focus in on it. You might take a big deep breath in, a reset, or maybe just taking a quick moment to calm down and let it all out. But now, I want you to imagine trying to control your breath all day long. Every inhale, every exhale, monitoring, fixing, correcting, adjusting, trying to do that all day long, you would be exhausted by noon. And weight loss works the same way. When you're locked into tracking, diet mode, paying attention, you can definitely lose weight. But the moment life gets busy and just goes on as it always does, you get busy and you stop focusing. And then suddenly, it's 3 months later and you're like, wait, the number on the scale's up 10 pounds? But I haven't done anything differently. Exactly. Because most weight loss doesn't happen in one big dramatic moment. It is the small, continuous gains over time that you don't even realize are occurring. It all happens in the background when you're not watching. And that's why the constant diet mode eventually backfires. And it's not because you're weak, it's because you're a human. You see, your brain has two main modes. Mode number one is the intentional brain. This is your adult brain. It plans, it chooses, it says things like, you know what, protein's gonna help here. Or, I'll stop eating when I'm satisfied. Or, I don't need a snack just because the credits are rolling. And mode number two is the raccoon brain. This is your habit brain, your pattern brain. It doesn't decide, it doesn't think, it just does. Same kitchen, same couch, same pantry, same stress. And suddenly, you're elbow deep in a bag of chips and being like, wait, what the hell happened here? And that's because your raccoon brain doesn't care about your goals. The raccoon brain cares about easy calories and emotional support snacks. It's that tiny trash panda that's living inside of your skull, wearing sweatpants and saying, you know what, we've had a day, we deserve this. And the big problem with all of this is that if you try to run that intentional adult brain 24/7, you are going to burn out. Because decision fatigue is real, always trying to focus is going to be exhausting, and at the end of the day, your adult brain is going to be, we're done. And that raccoon brain goes, cool, I'll drive. And it then heads to that pantry with the confidence of a man that has never been told no. Now, I want to hear from you. Does your weight loss journey feel like you're holding your breath, or that you're more naturally breathing and kind of checking in every once in a while? Let me know down in the comments with one word, holding or breathing. I want to hear from you. So what exactly is our goal then with all of this? Well, it's definitely not perfection or constant control or living on chicken and sadness. The goal is really quite simple. It's trying to improve that autopilot that comes on, because most of life is on autopilot. And that's because you need to deal with work, errands, stress, hormones, sleep issues, and menopause chaos. All of it is going to get your time and attention while everything else gets pushed to the background. And you can't spend that entire day in the gym of self-control. So the best plans don't rely on willpower to make them happen. Instead, they rely on systems and having those systems built and in place. Which means, how do we make the better choice the easier choice? How do we make that apple more convenient to choose over the apple pie? And that starts with things like putting the apple where you'll actually see it, maybe pre-planning one decent meal, or whatever other strategy you can implement to make that one helpful thing the easier thing. And for some people, the medications definitely level up and change the game. So to keep the GLP-1 medications super simple, super easy, here's what you need to know. They lower the appetite signals and the wanting of food. They help you to feel full sooner and longer, and they decrease food noise and that reward pull towards ultra-processed foods. So they don't just help out when you're focused, they help out in the background when you're stressed, tired, distracted, or dealing with whatever else you've got going on in life. And if we go back to that breathing analogy, if your appetite is screaming at you all day long, telling you to go and find food, plan for that next meal, what are you going to snack on, it's kind of like you're trying to breathe through a tiny, tiny little straw. You can do it, sure, but it takes constant effort and you can start feeling obsessed. But for many people, when we utilize a GLP-1 medication tool, it's kind of like we're widening that straw. You're not trying harder, you're just not battling full volume hunger signals every minute of every day. Now, a really quick and important point here is that the meds, they're not magic, but they make that automatic part of life way easier to manage, so that your health and weight loss goals are not just hanging on willpower alone. Now, the next thing I want to give you here is your 3-part breathing plan, because you don't need 24/7 food focus. Instead, you need short, strategic breath checks. Little moments of intention that are going to help to steer your autopilot. And here are 3 things that work ridiculously well. Number 1, the 10-second morning inhale. Before your day hijacks you, I want you to say this: what's my next decent meal? Not perfect, not Pinterest, just decent. We want to anchor it with maybe some protein and produce. Keep it simple, keep it easy, but what is that next decent meal you're aiming for? Number 2 is the first bite breath. Before you start eating, take 1 slow breath and then start eating. That tiny pause can help that adult intentional brain come online so that you can be more focused on what your body is telling you in terms of fullness and when to stop. And number 3 is the evening exhale ritual. And that's because most overeating at night isn't due to hunger, it's because you're seeking a state change. Trying to go from stressed to soothed, overwhelmed to numb, or bored to stimulated. So we want to build a non-food exhale. And that might mean having some tea, taking a shower, going for a walk, or finding some kind of hand-busy hobby that you can engage in. You see, we're not removing the comfort, we're not removing that state change aspect of things. Instead, we're giving your brain another way to land that plane. Now, drop this down in the comments and tell me, what is the hardest part of the day for you? Is it the morning, afternoon, or that evening witching hour? Let me know down below with 1 word. And finally, if you're on a GLP-1 medication, here's the mindset that I want you to take away. Your job isn't to micromanage every single breath. Your job is to let the meds make the background easier and then to use a few breath checks in order to help you to prevent drifting. Because even with the meds, life is still going to happen. And so the meds lower the noise, but a simple structure keeps you steady. And doing this alone is exhausting, especially when you're trying to juggle meds, side effects, protein when you're not hungry, sleep, stress, and the "why can't I just get this together" storyline. And that is exactly why I created Dr. Dan's Empowerment Hub. Because when life happens and when you plateau on the medications, and yes, it definitely will happen, you need a strategy, not just a prescription. And that is exactly what we troubleshoot in Dr. Dan's Empowerment Hub. So don't wait until the stall happens before you start looking for a solution. Head down below to the description or that pinned comment and sign up today and join us in the hub so you can start getting that support you need right now. All right, let's wrap this one up with the main takeaways here, in that weight loss is a lot like breathing. You can focus on it sometimes, but for the most part, it's just running in the background. And if you try to control it every single second, you are going to burn out. And burnout always bites back. And the real win is not more willpower, it's a better autopilot system. A few breath checks, a system and setup that helps you, and, when appropriate, a medication that calms down and lowers that food noise and makes the background a whole hell of a lot easier. And if this video helped, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and send this video to a friend who's been holding their breath for over a decade. And of course, as I always sign off, please remember, it is the small tweaks that lead to those massive peaks.